I believe was one of them, Cowboy Copas, and her manager was Randy
Hughes.
Randy Hughes. And so we're going to show you now. This is Don Nichols.
We're on Highway 641.
And I'm on Granville Cooley, and we're on Highway 641, which is in between Paris and Camden. And there's several ways you can come in here. You can come in here on 641 if you're coming from the north, coming from the south 641. You can come in on Highway 70, coming from the east or coming from the west. Or if you're on the interstate, which is I-40, you can take the Camden exit. And we're going to go on into Camden, and we're going to show you where the plane crash occurred.
Probably about 15 miles to there from this point.
Right, about 15 miles from here. And we'll start filming again when we get there. So we're now coming into Camden. And we're on 641. And we're going to go on down till we find Highway 70. And we're going to turn on Highway 70 and go out there a ways and do some filming out there.
So we'll go out.
I'll come up on the road right here that's going to turn and go out there. But we're coming up on Highway 70 now. We're going to turn and we're going to go back to the west and going to go out here a ways and talk about how the plane came down. Now this is Highway 70. People coming from the west and going to the east. Now it was a rainy and stormy night when Randy Hughes came down through here with a plane. And I'm just speculating, but I think what happened was that they come down and was trying to land on this highway, Highway 70, which would have been a good landing place, but instead they went over a little bit and landed over in some trees beyond these trees here. And that's where the crash was, in some trees over there. So we're going to go over there in a few minutes to the actual site. But this is Highway 70 and going from west to east. And I believe that Randy was trying to land in bad weather and missed the highway by, I don't know, like a half a city block or something. Ended up over in the tree. About to blow me away. Now this is Don, and Don, you said that you heard something about Randy Hughes or calling his wife or something.
Yeah, the way I understand it, when they weren't landed in Dyersburg to refuel the plane, the manager there at the little airport in Dyersburg had warned them that the weather was bad going on toward Nashville. And it had been pretty stormy, so what I had heard is that Randy called his wife in Nashville, and she said, "Well, the weather looks good here." At that point, he decided to go ahead.
I see. And you said that you understood that somehow from the radio or something that they got Patsy Cline's last words. And what did she say?
I seen a comment. Of course, you don't know if that's true or not, but I seen a comment on YouTube over the radio on the plane. It was heard that Patsy Cline said, "Randy, we're upside down," and that was the last thing that was ever said.
I see. Okay. If we stayed on this, we would end up in downtown Camden, which is not far from the crash site. And around over here, we're going to see they got the marker to where to go. So we're making the turn here. And it's called Mount Carmel Road now. Didn't get it, but that's where we're going, Mount Carmel Road.
be approximately 4 miles.
Right. So we're going to stop filming now until we get there. Yeah, Don says it's about 4 miles out here from the 641, and we're coming up here, and we're I guess see that it's hard for me to see.
600 feet to the Patsy Cline Memorial from this point.
Okay, 600 feet from here. So here we go. We're going to keep up this little road here. I'm supporting down my seat. Down my seat.
Just right at the very peak of this hill up here. An old house trailer there on the right-hand side. There's another Patsy Cline Memorial sign.
Right, and I can't see it through there. I don't know why I cannot see it through there.
And right here, where you see the fence down through there, the old railing fence.
Okay.
Is where you turn into the...
Yeah, I think I'd come down this far and just turned around right here and never went down to it. I don't believe. Okay. March 5. Let's see, hold on a second. March 5 it says. Let me get a shot out here if I can see it with that thing.
Can you
Sitting
see?
in March 5, 1963. So that's when it happened. And like I say, I was on the newspaper. In Freeport, Illinois, and people knew I was from the South, and they said, Granville, Patsy Cline died in Camden. Do you know where that is? I said, yeah, that's just south of Paris where my folks lived. So anyway,
this right here, that memorial sign there was put up there by the...
Okay, let me get out.
Yeah, and then that entrance there.
Yeah, okay, let me get out here a second.
Let me pull on down a little bit. You might want to back out here a little bit and get a better video of that.
No, I'll just get out.
And the city of Camden redone this. This was some old cross ties.
In March of last year, huh?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure in March of last year
Right.
that they redid this entrance.
I see.
And this sign was put up here.
I see, okay. Well, let's get the sign then. This is sign.